Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we're the Office Blokes.
I wasn't ready then, I was thinking of something in my head.
Thinking about getting pissed on again.
Warm legs.
We are the Office Blokes, a couple of other YouTube channels, Patreon page, social media merch, all that stuff. If you click the link below, it'll take you to a magical wonderland where you can support us in many, many ways and help us keep churning out this content. That was new and it didn't rhyme.
No,
A magical wonderland. Sounds a bit Michael Jackson,
Yeah. Michael Jackson was popular. What's up with that? Emulating his success. Right, so Jim Norton, I've
Little
seen
Jimmy.
clips of him doing radio shows and stuff. I've never heard his stand-up whatsoever.
Okay.
And interviews I've heard and stuff.
I've seen him live a few times. And I met him in a toilet once.
Oh, yeah?
And he tried to piss on my leg, jokingly, sort of thing. He was like, "Whee!" Like, yeah.
Did you slap it out of the way?
Flicked it.
Wow.
No, he's a very, very funny guy.
The name
Right,
rings a
and-
bell to me. I'm not sure whether I've seen him before, but
Well, I used to listen when he first started doing the Opie and Anthony show as well. But he started doing, he came down to the comedy club down in Eatontown, Rascals. And he used to do quite a regular sort of like slot in there. So I used to go and see him when I used to go down there.
Yeah.
And but that was when he was first, I guess he was first starting out. So I think he's a big comedian now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was even in, who was the vicar in Power, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, in the show Power.
I've not seen it.
Not seen it, yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was a vicar in that. So he's done a bit of acting. And when I used to see him, he was disgusting.
Oh, was he?
He was proper,
Right.
really raw.
I've heard stuff that he's done with people where he's sat down with other comics talking and stuff, and you can tell he's a wrong un.
Oh, he's a big time wrong. Yeah, he's a big time wrong.
Right past street, then.
Yeah.
But very funny guy.
Yeah. Right, we'll get into it then.
have a
So
look,
Jim Norton, I don't want to offend anybody. Let's do this.
Thank you. Do you have any idea how humiliating it is when you walk out on stage and the first thing you have to do is lower the mic stand? Ugh. That's like being at a girl's house and you're gonna have sex and she hands you a condom and it's a Magnum. And you have to go, do you have other options? Or some newspaper I could stuff in that one? And I wasn't gonna talk about dick photos, but now I'm going to for a second. I have so many photos of my own dick on my phone. I can't hand my phone to a family member. Like, if I was having a stroke and my mother's like, quick, I'll dial 911, I would have to go, fuck it. I'll be all right, Ma.
Did he
It's like my phone. Not dick pics though, but
other people's dick? Jim Norton's dick.
Jim Norton's, yeah.
Did he ever have issues with drugs, or has he been like
I know,
publicly?
from what I remember, when he used to do the Opie and Anthony show, I know he was into the hookers.
Yeah.
On a big level. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about drugs. Whether he did a lot of drugs, I'm not sure.
He looks a little bit wired to me.
Yeah.
There, his
Yeah.
eyes.
Do you reckon?
I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure on that, but I know he was into. He was living life to
Yeah.
a high level
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
thing. So he was buzzing.
Fair play.
But my generation, I'm 46, we're having a difficult time navigating this save everything technology. You know, because I remember a point in history where you could just lie about what you said. You know, I'm 46, so I guess 20 years ago I would say something and an hour later someone's like, remember you said that? Like, no, I didn't. And it's like, all right, my word against yours. And we're getting in a lot of trouble with the tech. Can you imagine in high school in the 80s if someone had told you this technology was coming? I mean, none of us saw this coming. You know, just stay alive, because someday soon you're gonna hold a glass telephone and you can use that to take a picture of your dick and send it to any woman in the world. I wouldn't even ask if it made phone calls. I'm having a great summer and a nice time here. I've been thinking about getting a gun. Just to have it. Like, it's not necessary that I really want to use it, but I kind of think it'd be fun just to show off. I don't know if I'm the right temperament for a gun. You know, I get angry too quickly, but I just think it'd be very handy to have, like, in traffic. Again, you don't kill anyone, but someone cuts you off. How nice would it be to pull up and then just like beep, 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 just show. And you really freak them out, you point it at your own head.
That is the move, isn't it? That is the move.
Do you know how many times I've thought about that? Just having a gun in the doorwell and just picking it up, fucking pointing it, showing it someone in traffic, putting it at your own head. That's the funny one, though.
Yeah.
That'd
Proper
really
funny.
freak someone out, that, wouldn't it?
That's good,
Really
that.
freak them out.
I used to know a guy who he's pretty wild, you know, and he wasn't scared of anyone whatsoever. And he always said it's not. He'd go out and confront 10 guys in the middle of the street on his own. Like, he had no problem with it. But he said you've just always got to make them believe that you're crazier than they are. And we were at a party.
Get naked.
Well, that is a move. But we were at a party a long time ago, and there was like 5 or 6 guys kicking off outside. And he went out on his own, bit a can of lager in half, and then just started sort of as if he was swiping for their faces with the can of lager. All these guys just liked it, and because they looked at him and was like, "This guy's a fucking nutcase. I'm not going anywhere near him." So yeah, it just reminds me of that pointing the gun at your own head, and people are just going to go, "Fuck this."
You're right, you would, wouldn't you? You'd say, I don't want to do that.
That was funny, though.
Hey, I know,
Yeah.
Guns are very, they're bigger in the States than they are here. And I have mixed feelings about them. Like, I have a friend, he's a hardcore gun advocate, but he doesn't believe that you should have to do any paperwork to own a handgun. And I'm like, I believe in guns, but if you're too impatient to fill out the paperwork for a gun, I don't want you having one. Like, that's how they should decide who gets a pistol. Just monitor the line in the gun store. If there's a guy like 4 people back going, come on. I gotta be out of here by 2 o'clock, let's go. I would like to go and like look at a rifle and then just ask creepy questions to the clerk. Like, just pick it up and go, think you could hit the center of a politician's tie? And then start just asking, like, really hypothetical questions, like, does this leave residue on your fingers? Like, if a guy was to kill his wife with this, would it be traceable? And keep that face on until he actually gives you... But I'm 46 and I realize I can be the victim of random violence. A lot of people don't think it can happen to them. There was a guy in a movie theater in Florida who was shot and killed for texting during a movie. And like most of you, I hear that, I have mixed feelings.
That's what I was just thinking.
Shouldn't shoot and kill people. Shouldn't be texting in a movie theater either, But most violence is avoidable. What happens is when men get into it, our egos swell up and nobody wants to back off. The guy who got shot was in his 30s, and the guy who shot him was a 71-year-old retired police captain.
Oh.
You can't find a crankier human being than a 71-year-old retired police captain. So the young guy should have read the room. Like, if you're that young and you're arguing with a guy who's that old, find out what he used to do for a living. Like, at one point in the argument, if he's not backing off, go, hey, what did you used to do? And if he says, I was a baker, then kick the shit out of him. And they were both there with their spouses, which should have been another telltale sign to back off. You don't argue with a man in his 70s if he's there with his wife, because that means that guy's been married a long time, and he's looking for a way out. And you start yapping, he just looks at his wife's stupid face. He's like, fuck it, I could just kill this guy, go to prison, go on vacation, better food, more sex, nothing to, Hope I didn't offend anybody. I don't want to offend anybody with my gun joke. That's how I know I'm not famous. Nobody's ever asked me to apologize for anything. Like, and I try to get people, did you hear what I said? They're like, oh, who are you? I'm sick of this celebrity apology. Has anybody ever been made to feel better by a celebrity apology? Like, has a celebrity ever said they were sorry and you were home and you're like, well, thank God that's been taken care of?
His face is great.
What the fuck is wrong with us? Like, Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty. They wanted him to apologize for saying he was against gay marriage. I don't even like the stance he took, but A&E was like, we had no idea he felt that way. I know, what are the odds? He's a born-again Christian, what are the odds he's against gay marriage? 100%, those are the odds. Here's the rule of thumb, when the entire family looks like the Unabomber, they're against gay marriage. But who cares if he's against gay marriage? I'm for it. I'm a grown man. I don't need a reality show person to tell me how to feel. I'm not ambiguous. Like, gee, I don't know how to feel about homosexuals. I hope some ZZ Top-looking motherfucker makes a statement. You know, and he said something like, I'm against, homosexuality, bestiality, fornication. Like, I understand why gay people were pissed off. Like, nobody wants to be mentioned right before bestiality. I get why they were annoyed. Like, gay people are not irrational if they're like, look, you don't have to love us, but can you separate us from the goat fuckers by more than a comma, you piece of shit? Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Yeah, I like Jim.
It is good, he was. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I like Jim Norton.
Yeah.
Good.
I used to watch a bit of that Duck Dynasty years ago, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
They made like duck calls.
Yeah, I know
like
what they
the
did,
duck
yeah.
whistles.
Oh, right, yeah.
But they were just
And you
like,
blow it up.
yeah.
In case you didn't know what one was.
So no, yeah.
But
Got
it was
that.
like, it was a proper sort of rednecky country family, big ZZ Top beards, plaid shirts. And then I remember the being
Young wives.
I remember
Young
there
blonde
being,
wives.
but I remember there being controversy, and I remember sort of thinking, because I never got I didn't pay full attention to it. I just remember people kicking off, and it was a bit like, look at the guy. Did you expect him to be the most progressive?
Did it get cancelled,
person in
did
the
they?
world?
Because I've not seen it for ages.
I think I don't know if it got. I presume it probably got cancelled because it was on a major network, wasn't it? And it was huge. But is what it is.
Yeah. When was that video from? Did you clock it?
No, I closed it off. It's quite old, I think.
Because I'm thinking if he was saying that he was 46, I seen him when I was about. If he's similar age to me, I'd seen him when I was about 22 to 24, so he would have been really young.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's not changed much.
Hey, yeah.
That's going to be 7-8 years ago at least, I think.
Okay.
That clip.
Okay. Yeah. It's good though. I like his style. He's got a certain bit of like angst about him again, a bit of anger and a bit of an issue. But
His old stuff was really close to the bone.
Yeah, definitely.
The stuff I've heard him, like the jokes I've heard him make, there was one where there was a big crowd and there's comedians sat on couches in the middle of them. Jimmy Carr was on it at one point, and like Ron Jeremy's in the crowd and they're all taking the piss out of him. Don't know what the show was called.
Is it where they're roasting?
Like a roast, celebrity roast. Or something.
Kind of, yeah, but they're just laying into each other on the couches.
Yeah.
And like some of the stuff, I'm fairly certain I saw him on that, and it was ruthless and very racist and very homophobic, but at the people who were giving it him back. And I remember just thinking it's savage. Like it was really, but everyone was in on it.
Was it the one when Patrice O'Neill was on it? When he was having a go at...
Patrice wasn't on the thing,
Was he
the
not?
one that I'm
okay.
thinking of, but it was probably a show where they got people to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like celebrity roast, doesn't it?
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
It wasn't on a stage though, it was in the middle of a load of people.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Carr said the worst joke he's ever said on it that he could never do live and stuff like that. It was good.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
We'll do more Jim Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.